Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to talk about somewhat of a taboo subject. And not really, but the number one email I get is, where can I buy and sell knives on the secondary market? Matter of fact, I got 6 emails just this week for that exact question. Majority of them are people who are brand new to the knife community. And I'll tell you about one experience I had whenever I first got into the knife community. I bought a Chris Reeve Sebenza 21. It was the most money I'd ever spent on a knife. I cherished that knife. It was a Safe Queen. At that time, I had Safe Queens, and I loved that knife. Well, after about a year of owning it and really looking at other people's YouTube videos and seeing what else they had out there, I had discovered the Hinder XM18. But I couldn't afford that knife, not even close, but I did have a knife that I could possibly trade for it. So at that time, I was on Blade Forums, and that was pretty much the only place I knew of to buy and sell knives. And I didn't really know how that worked too well. Well, I had been messaging with a guy from Blade Forums, and I didn't know anything about their low rating system at that time. And I ended up getting off of the Blade Forum site and emailing this guy back and forth. After talking with him for a while, he wanted to do a swap for the large Sebenza that I had and cherished for a 3.5-inch XM18. Well, needless to say, I sent him my knife and his never showed up. So talk about I was bummed. I did not buy or sell or anything another knife for almost a year after that. This is before I even started YouTube or anything like that. It gave me such a sour feeling in my stomach that I almost got out of the knife community altogether. And that could easily happen because, we talk about how great our community is, and then you're always going to have some bad apples, and something like that happens to somebody, and boom. We lost a community member that, you never know, could have been the next great knife maker. So today I'm going to tell you where I recommend you buy or sell your knives on the secondary market. And it's a company that I've kind of gotten passionate about because I got to meet the owner or the creator of this company at Blade Show the last 2 years. And there's nothing better than putting a face to that place of business or whatever it is. The place that I'm referring to is Blade Binge. It's an online marketplace designed for people like myself, all knife lovers alike. And you can find a wide range of knives on the secondary market. So gently used knives, or, there's ratings of how the knife is, and you can find some great deals there. I mean, very good deals. Or you might be into a brand new knife, which they have those as well. Not to mention, there are some custom knife makers who sell their pieces on Blade Binge. I picked up one of those. So this right here is a Steve Calori Custom Steadfast Warney. Steve's a friend of mine, and he sells his fixed blades. I think for the most part, he sells them on the Blade Binge site. They have different sections. They have a marketplace that has the secondary market knives. They have new stuff. They have a section with just US products. They have a different side of the market that, is for the artisans. And like I said, I picked up this knife and it was a seamless process. Even if I did not know Steve, it would have been, one of the easiest, quickest processes. And I couldn't recommend it enough. I've also bought these scales for my Emerson Mini A100. I got these not too long ago. I was looking for some scales, and a buddy of mine shops the new arrivals on the secondary marketplace at Blade Binge, and he told me these were available. And ever since he did that, it's like a daily routine for me. Whenever I get done with my YouTube videos, making my YouTube videos, I go get on the Blade Binge site, see what they have new, and then I take screenshots of stuff all the time. Sometimes I'll put it in my cart because I want it, and I just got to talk myself into getting it. And talk about, you can find some good prices there. But what really sets Blade Binge apart from these other guys? In my opinion, one of the standout features of Blade Binge is the worry-free buying and selling experience they offer. Also, the platform's accessible worldwide, because I do have subscribers from Europe and other countries like that they don't ship here. Well, they don't exclude you here at Blade Binge. Even better, the site offers secure payments along with safe shipping. So let's say somebody's selling this XM18 and you bought it. So you buy the knife, the money goes to Blade Binge, and then Blade Binge won't release those funds until the knife ships to you. And Blade Binge offers 100% buyer and seller protection. That's right. No more stressing over transactions. You can actually focus on the knives, what you came there for. After I lost my precious Sebenza and never got the knife I was supposed to be getting, that made me worry about every single time I did it after that. So Blade Binge takes that stress away from you. Another cool thing about Blade Binge is, they operate on a peer-to-peer system. There's rating systems where you can get up to 5 stars. And, that is pretty much, you're on, the person ships on time. The person's description was accurate. And, it gives you confidence to know if that person puts a knife up there and says it's like new in box, that it's going to be pretty much flawless. Or he puts good, might have a snail trail or two. That way, if you see the knife and you're worried about something like that, then you can look at the low rating system and read about, their history. And also what that does is gives you the confidence when you're buying and selling, knowing that there's actually people behind it, that we're keeping each other honest pretty much. And after talking with one of the persons who started Blade Binge, he said through the existence of Blade Binge, which I think I can't remember how many years they've been up now. Feels like forever, but I think they're still fairly new, a few years. He said they've only had to kick one person off the site, and it was because I think it was a scammer. But we don't have to worry about that because of that 100% buyer-seller protection. And then if you're worried about, I don't know, I'm not good with computers. Well, I'm not either. I mean, I'm actually terrible with tech. But whenever you go on the site, it's all laid out for you. If you go to the bottom of the page, there's a section that says Buyer's Guide. There's a section that says Seller's Guide. And in those, if you click on those, it tells you exactly what you need to do if you're a buyer or a seller. You don't even have to, if you want to buy something and you don't want to create an account, you don't have to. There's a visitor spot. I think I did that the first time just because I was in a rush. But whenever I bought this one, of course, I signed up. Now let's talk about the sellers. Say if you're going there because you have a knife that you want to put up for sale. Say you have an Emerson Mini A100 like this and you want to try to sell it. Well, Blade Binge is going to charge you a 7% selling fee. But in my opinion, that's a small price to pay for peace of mind. Once again, take you back to my experience of losing my precious Sebenza and never getting the Hinder I wanted. When you're selling a knife, you want to know you're in good hands, and this fee ensures you are. So I would definitely do yourself a favor, after this video, if you've never been on the Blade Binge site, go check it out and see what it has to offer. If you're a knife nut, I can promise you'll probably be like me and probably everybody else that knows about Blade Binge. You'll probably be checking it every single day to see what's new, what came in, because you can find some really awesome deals and not so much sometimes. I mean, the seller has to set their price. So you got some people who actually want to sell the knife, and you can tell because it's usually a really good price. Whenever I try to sell, whenever I'm selling knives, I look and search for the cheapest that knife is sold in the last month or so, and I try to beat that price. But the ones that don't want to sell it, you could tell they got an absurd price, and at least in my opinion, or they want exactly what they paid for. And sometimes that's okay. If it's a high demand knife or something like that, you could even put a markup on it. I don't ever try to gouge anybody. And after talking with the awesome guys over at Blade Binge, I became an affiliate with them. So if you're already going there to buy something, you can use my links that'll be down below. You don't have to at all. It's no big deal if you don't. But if you already plan on it, you want to help support me here on this channel. Like I always say, it helps me pay for my testing materials. That's awesome. I can't thank y'all enough. Y'all rock. But if not, no big deal. No sweat at all. And the reason I wanted to do this video, because now whenever you guys and girls email me asking me this question, I can refer you back to this video and I don't have to keep answering email after email, because doing that, sometimes I don't get to other people's questions, or, you know, whenever other people want to collaborate or something like that, I miss a lot of those because I'm answering emails. So, you know, this makes it easier. I can give them some visuals and give them my experience. And I'm pretty sure the next sale I do, I plan on doing it through Blade Binge, because, man, that's another huge stressor whenever I'm doing these knife sales. You know, haggling with people, trying to get, you know, cheaper prices, and I'm already giving a great price, and then trying to get all the, you know, shipping information, and trying to keep all that together is a nightmare for me. I don't know if, you know, other people might not mind it, but it's a total nightmare, and it makes me not have as many knife sales. So I figured I could sell some there on this next go round, and we'll see how that goes. I'm pretty certain I'm going to be ecstatic. You just take the pictures of the knives, post them if it sells, and you either pay the shipping or you can put it in the price, one of the two. I usually pay shipping. But yeah, that'll be the next piece of the puzzle, and I'm pretty excited. I don't mind a 7% fee for my peace of mind at all. So all my new folks, new to the knife community, and seasoned vets, if you're ready to dive into the world of knife buying and selling, if you hadn't already, we're going to check out Blade Binge. Like I said earlier, I'll leave all the links in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button so I know you're liking the content. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my content. Happy collecting, everyone, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Remember, keep those blades sharp, smile more. Peace! Bye!